Chris, 32 assists. What does that tell you about your team this evening?
Man, and we moved the ball. You know, we moved the ball, a lot of unselfish plays. I think one thing that really changed for us was when I was out, you know, Doc talked to me about kicking the ball ahead, and it's been fun, you know, kicking the ball ahead to Blake, letting Blake push it and make plays, and it's not always about the assist or whatnot. You know, Doc said something about the hockey assist, you know, the pass that leads to the next pass, and I think that's where our team is at its best.
Chris, you were like, I think, 2 for 7, 2 for 9 for the first 3 quarters, but you know, missed one shot before. What made you kind of, you guys had lead got cut down, but what made you kind of take over at that point?
Man, I finally seen the ball go through the net. You know, I said it last game, you know, I keep trying to just go to the next play, and my teammates stayed on me. You know, DJ Blake was in my ear about shoot it, keep shooting it. And luckily I finally made a few shots.
Do you think any of this is related to still kind of working your way back from the shoulder stuff? Or?
No, I just missed.
Chris, how do you assess your 2 birthday boys today on the court and their singing voices?
Oh man, Reggie did an unbelievable job singing "Happy Birthday" to Blake. You know, both of them. You know, Reg was huge for us. You know, not knowing that DC wasn't gonna play till right before the game. That's what's special about our team. We have so many pros. You know, I mean, Willie is the ultimate pro, and Reggie gets a chance to see Willie day in and day out. And as you can see, it rubs off of him because he's another guy that doesn't know how many minutes he's gonna play, but comes right in and does what he has to do.
We've talked about this a ton, but where Blake's at, he's turning 25. I mean, what he's been able to do so far during his career, I mean, is it still surprising?
It's crazy. I asked him. I didn't know how old he was turning. He was 25, and that feels like it was so long ago. But, you know, seriously, because Blake is so mature, and we've been together now for 3 years. Sometimes I think we're the same age. You know what I mean? And I think it just says, like we always say, the sky's the limit for him, but it really is, because he's unbelievable. And he's so durable, so athletic, loves the game. He is unreal.
You guys were able to obviously move the ball, didn't shoot great at times tonight, but you guys were able to win defensively again. Has that been the most encouraging thing over this kind of 11-game stretch, has been the defense and how frequent that's been there for you?
Yeah, that's the funnest part of the games, to tell you the truth. Yeah, it's nice to see threes and dunks and stuff go in, but the most frustrating thing you can do to another team is to stop them defensively. And I think that's where we're really making our imprint on the games and what we got to continue to do. And we're doing it at the right time.
Reggie, I mean, you've seen this team over the stretch you were able to play tonight, but where are you guys at defensively? Is it somewhere you guys are all comfortable now with kind of what you're trying to do?
I feel like we starting to believe in each other, trusting the system that Coach wants us to play on the defensive end of the floor. And I just try to come in and just try to bring my defensive energy and just knock down spot up shots. And my teammates believe in me to shoot the ball and defense, so I just try to keep that defensive intensity.
Right, how did you feel? I mean, now you knew DC wasn't playing, the chances of playing were magnified, increased quite a bit. Were there any nerves there, or you just prepared for the situation?
I just thought about was, I mean, we got so many guards out, and I was like, okay, who's going to play the 2? And I was like, okay, I guess I'm the next guy in line. So, I mean, I just try to be confident, just try to go out and just play my game. I see the things that Willie do when he's, like CP said, he's definitely a pro. He goes some games without playing, and he still come in and just be consistent at playing his game. So I just try to follow his footsteps and see the things they do when he's out on the court.
Chris, when you get a winning streak into double digits, people take note. How significant do you look at that?
You know, it's funny, we went on 17 last year, you know, and, you know, right now it's the right time. You know, the right time of year to be playing pretty well, but for us, it's funny, we have so many guys on our team that, you know, try to make sure, you know, we stay focused, and it's not about the streak, it's not about winning and losing, it's about us playing the right way. So going into every game, we say it all the time, you know, keep the train moving. Keep getting better defensively, keep getting better offensively, and that's what we're trying to do.
Chris, you're young, but when you see a guy who's come to your camp, or you've seen since high school or college, progress like this, does that make you feel like, I don't know, proud papa? But you're only 28, though. You're only 28. But what does that make you feel like?
I ain't that much older than Red, but, you know, it's crazy because I am 28, man, but, you know, our AAU program back home and stuff like that, we take a lot of pride in it, and it's unbelievable, you know what I mean, to be a part of that, to know Reg when he was younger and to see where he is, and he deserves it. I think that's what makes it a little bit more like different from me and makes it more special to see him being so successful because he deserves all this, and Reg knows the sky's the limit for him.
For both of you guys, how much you get involved with the brackets this week?
The committee should reevaluate and let Wake in.
Yeah, I'm definitely very involved in it. I want to see the Tar Heels continue their progress and try to move on to the tournament. But I mean, we got a tough one up against Providence, so hopefully we can pull it out.
You're following it close, almost as if you're still there?
Yeah, I definitely follow it close.
Hey Reggie, when a play gets called for you as early as it did when you got into the game, is that a confidence boost for you to kind of know that Doc has faith in you?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely go over there, play a lot, and shoot around it in practice. And I shoot it about every time in practice, so I shoot around when I go through it. So I just try to come off of it confidently and shoot the ball.
Like over the course of these 11 games, how important has it been defensively to be consistent and to be locked in on that side of the ball?
I mean, that's our biggest thing right now is defensive consistency. You know, at times we've been good, but you know, when we're bad, we really giving up a lot of easy buckets and things like that. So being good defensively is very high on our priority list.
Do you feel like you guys have turned a corner on that though? I mean, in terms of being able to put together multiple positive defensive efforts in a row?
I think we're better. But I think we can still become even better. Our rotations can be better. Sometimes we're still not there. Tonight we did a good job, I thought, but we can definitely take it to another level. And I anticipate us doing that.
How do you assess your singing and Reggie's singing tonight?
Singing?
Yeah, happy birthday.
I didn't really sing. I mean, I was like in the group singing, so you can kind of fade to the back and really lean on other guys. But Reggie's, I don't know, it's like the 5th, it's probably like the 10th time he's had to do it this year, and it seems like he's getting worse. No enthusiasm, it's really bad.
He has personality?
What's that?
He has a personality?
No, he's got a great personality. I'm just messing with him, he just can't sing at all.
Like, there's a lot of talk coming into the season about your progress. What was your personal goals? I mean, you've like improved across the board, but what was your goals coming into this year?
Honestly, to improve across the board, to be honest. You know, I mean, I concentrated on my shot, you know, and really put a lot of work in there, but, you know, every year I try to, you know, not just make improvement about one area, and really, you know, go do it across the board, like I said. And one thing is leadership. You know, every year kind of taking another step, because with every year, you know, you obviously have more experience and you know, younger guys coming in, and you kind of take on that role, and that's something I look to do every year.
Blake, do you feel you're at an MVP status in your performance and what you've accomplished thus far?
No, I think the MVP race is a two-man race. You know, the stretch of games that we've played and you know, we've been successful has been a huge team effort. I mean, Jamal Crawford was playing out of his mind until he got hurt. I mean, guys have stepped up and really done their part. So, you know, with our team, I don't think it's one guy that is making us go. I genuinely believe that it's been a total team effort. But
Can you talk about the 11-game win streak? You know, you guys are on a high, doing very excellent in your performance.
I mean, the best part about it is the time of year, and how we're playing, and how we've gotten wins. We've gotten them in several different ways, and I think we've really accomplished what we wanted to accomplish going into the majority of those games. But I honestly, the streak doesn't mean a whole lot to us. I remember last year, you know, we were kind of everybody's kind of thinking about it, kind of not thinking about it. But you know, honestly, this year I think it's more about how we're playing.
How tough is it going to be to get number 12 as far as being back-to-back in Denver?
Yeah, it's always a tough game. I mean, Denver, they play well at home, and obviously back-to-back. And for some reason, we always get games back-to-back there, like it's a short little trip. But you know, it'll be a good test for us for sure, and you know, I'm excited about that challenge.
Does it help at all that you were just in Utah, a little bit of an altitude thing, or not necessarily?
I'd like to think it does.
How
You mentioned your shot and kind of how much effort you put into that. I'm sure you do that pretty much every summer. Is there any rhyme or reason to why something like that can click, you know, going into one season as opposed to another?
I have, you know, I worked with with Bob Tate the past 2 summers, and you know, I was telling somebody the other day that the first summer I worked with him, we'd gone into the playoffs, second round of the playoffs. It was the lockout year, so we went on, you know, the playoffs extended a little bit, and I, you know, took like 2-3 weeks off, worked out a couple weeks to get ready for USA. Went to USA, got hurt, had surgery, couldn't be on the court for 6 to 8 weeks. So I honestly had about three weeks of solid shooting with Bob Tate, and it's not gonna happen overnight. That's what you know, I've been hearing from day one, as much as I didn't want to hear. But last summer was the first full summer I was really able to work, you know, from the beginning of summer to the end of summer, all the way through, and really put the time in.
Is there anything you can characterize as far as, and I assume it's not just as simple as going out there and taking shots?
Honestly, a lot more mental than I used to think it was. I mean, really locking in every single play. I mean, not every single play, every single shot, and really, you know, focusing on the things that he wants me to focus on, and creating those habits is big. And even now, today, when I come out and shoot pregame, you know, he's on me about him every single game, every single game, every single time I pick up a ball. You know, I constantly hear him in my ear.
How much, with Kyrie leaving the game, how much of a game changer was that when they lose their best player?
I mean, that hurts any team. You know, you lose your best player, a guy that, you know, is consistent for you every night. That hurts you a lot. But you know, I have guys that can go, and they have guys that can play, and you know, they kept playing. But you know, it's never easy to lose a guy like that.
How much do you get involved in the brackets in this week?
You know, I'll actually take a look at them. I have no idea who got what. I know Florida got that overall #1. I know who used 5 seed, and that's all that's important.
Thanks, guys.